My name is Boštjan from Bosslifehacks.com, and today I'll tell you how to get over a cold fast. And I'll also share with you some of the techniques that I use to help me, in addition to the usual doctor's advice, which is just rest and drink a lot of water, right? So let's dive straight into it. As a starting point, I'm here in Barcelona right now. It's pretty nice, and I don't know if you can hear, but I actually have a bit of a cold myself, and that's why I was inspired, to do this video. And it's mid-October, November will start soon, and there's a pretty high chance that you will get sick. Unusual adult usually gets sick about 3 to 5 times a year, depends on your immune system and a lot of different factors, but there's a big chance you will get sick at least once this year, right? So here's a couple of things you can do, besides the usual advice, because if you go to a doctor, let's face it, they will tell you, yeah, rest and, drink a lot of liquids, right? And I always hated that, because there's got to be something I can do, to help my body recover faster, right? I would like to say that I'm not a doctor. This is not like some professional advice. This is just the result of my personal experience. I've done a lot of research. I've tested all this on myself and some friends, but it's not like professional advice, so don't, quote me or whatever in this case. Now, first thing I want you to realize it that there's this incubation period, right? So usually it's around 3 days, right? From when you actually caught the cold to when the symptoms start to develop to when you really get hardcore sick, right? So the trick here is to act really, really fast, okay? As soon as you feel a little bit of throat ache, a little bit of headache, a little bit of fatigue, tiredness, you need to act. Okay, if you catch this timing right, if you start acting before you get really, really sick, like you stay in the bed and all that, then you can cure it much, much faster, right? Also keep in mind that maybe if you're under more stress, your immune system will become weaker, and then you're more prone to catch a cold. If you're doing something, too much working, too hardcore exercise, moving countries, emotional stress, whatever it is, it will make your immune system weaker, and thus you will be more likely to catch, the cold in these cold months when people have a lot of it. Alright, the first thing that you need to do is load your body with antioxidants, okay? I'll talk about 3 ones here. One is vitamin C, the other is NAC or N-Acetyl Cysteine, and the third one is vitamin B, right? Vitamin C, I would say take 1 to 2 grams every couple of hours. I know that the recommended daily allowance is 60 milligrams, which I think is really not enough. I think the recommended daily allowance is bullshit. For example, they say that every adult should eat 2,000 calories a day, which is weird. If you're a girl and you weigh 55 kilos and if you're a dude and you weigh 90 kilos, there's no way you both need 2,000 calories a day, right? Completely ridiculous. So kinda test it, tweak around. Nothing bad will happen if you take too much vitamin C. You'll just pee it out, so it's all good, all safe. Usually it's good to combine it with some lemon, other citrus fruits, because they have flavonoids inside and it will preserve the vitamin for longer. The next thing is N-Acetyl Cysteine. I always talk about it. I wrote some articles about that as well, blog posts, so check it out. Basically it stimulates your natural antioxidant in body called glutathione, and basically what NAC does is just it makes it recycle faster, so your body can use it more. It's super safe. It's been used in medicine for years and years. It's really, really cheap. Also protects your liver and kidney from toxins, so it's good for hangover cures and things like that. So really get on it. It's super cheap. The only thing is you can't get it in all the countries. I know you can order it online or buy it in a store in UK, in the States. Some European countries have problems. In Slovenia I couldn't get it. They would always patent it as some sort of Flumosil, and they just put NAC, N-Acetyl Cysteine, inside, and then they sell it as something else for a ridiculous price, which is bullshit. So that, and then vitamin B12, just to give you some energy back, to kind of make you more alive, to give you a little bit of extra energy, because usually when you have a cold you feel tired, right? Okay, there's all kinds of natural remedies as well: garlic, turmeric, lemon, oranges, all kinds of citrus fruits, ginger, All of them are really, really good, but you kind of have to, you know, feel what works for you, right? So test them out, you know. Maybe you can like squash like 3 cloves of garlic, add some ginger in water, you know, do a spice shot like turmeric, you know, put a lot of lemon in your drink. Like all of these natural remedies help, but you kind of have to, you know, see which one works good for you and which one you're not, you know, like too lazy to do it, because sometimes they're messy, you know, and it can take time and whatnot, right? So test them. If you're really desperate, do all of them together with the antioxidants, and this will help you quickly. Okay, another really big point is don't eat sugar or simple carbs, okay? In fact, try to eat as little as possible. What I could recommend, if you know fasting, try to fast, maybe even for a whole day, or at least do like a 16-hour fast, 18, 20-hour fast, because you know, if you observe animals, when they're sick, they don't eat, they lose appetite, because then your body can use the energy to actually heal itself. Because what happens if you like eat all the time, your body will just use that energy. Yeah, see, still have a cold. What happens if you eat all the time? Your body will just use the energy for digestion and food assimilation and won't really focus on healing that much. Why I said sugar is obviously like really bad for you. It, you know, when you digest it, it produces all sorts of like free radicals, which is like bad body damage for you, and you don't need that shit, especially when you're cold, right? So really try to eliminate sugar, you know, and don't eat too much, especially not heavy food. Just eat a little bit. It's okay to be a little bit hungry, but make sure you hydrate, right? Alright, what about over-the-counter drugs? For example, anti-congestants, like anti-inflammatory, pain relief, you know, all these like headache pills, all things like this. I don't know, right? Like you can use them or you cannot use them. Decision is yours. Whatever, you have to keep in mind that they only mask the symptoms, right? They don't work on the cause. They don't work on the cause why you actually are sick. So they're not like antioxidants, home remedies and things like that actually help your body to heal. Like the over-the-counter drugs, they just mask the symptoms. So they're not helping you to recover faster. It's just like you suffer less, right? Your head won't hurt, like your nose won't be runny, right? Sometimes this can be even dangerous. For example, fever reducers, I would say if it's not really hard, it's better not to take them, because the heat, the fever actually helps to kill like the viruses or the bacteria, you know? So I would say try to avoid drugs, like don't go crazy. For example, if I have a headache, I always take like, you know, some pill, because I hate, like, even if it hurts just a little, I'm like a kid. I'm like, oh, it hurts so much, you know, so I just take it. So, you know, decide what you want. However, if you do take them, keep in mind, you are masking the symptoms, okay? You're not healthy. So if it doesn't hurt because you took like the pills, don't go do crazy shit, right? If you're sick, you know, you have a headache, and then you take a pill, you don't feel it anymore, and then you go do a crazy exercise or something. No, right? You need to rest, right? So we come back to the first like doctor's advice, which is rest and a lot of hydration. This holds true, okay? Take it easy, you know, like if you can, don't work as hard. I would say still go exercise unless like you're really ill, but don't do a strenuous exercise. Just break a sweat and then finish. Like don't do too hard, because it will prolong the cold, right? So take it a bit easier and make sure you drink a lot. This should be the case all the time, but especially when you're cold, drink a lot. Your body can detoxify, you know, like your fucking mucus and all that stuff. Like you need a lot of fluids, right? The last thing I'd like to say is prepare yourself. Prepare yourself in advance, okay? So you know that a lot of people get sick in this time, and you can kind of anticipate that you will probably get sick sometimes this winter as well, right? And when you get sick, you usually have too much shit to do anyway, so you don't want to be running around pharmacies and ordering N-Acetyl Cysteine online and shit like that, right? So make sure you stack these things up, and then you're ready, right? When you feel a little bit of throatache, boom, you take a bit of NAC, you take some vitamin C, you take vitamin B12, you have a ginger tea, you eat some garlic with your dinner, and dude, like next day maybe you're healthy already, right? Usually if I do all these things, it takes me 2, maximum 3 days to get over a cold, and it's like nothing happened. I'm good, I'm running, right? Because sometimes I see people, it takes them weeks, you know, to get over a cold, and it sucks, right? You don't have to do that. And a bonus tip, probiotics, okay? probiotic yogurts, kefir, even probiotic in pills. This is really good to have, okay? Maybe, you know, once a season, so 2 times a year or a few times a year, you can do like a 1-month course of antibiotics, and they will really help you because a lot of your immune system is in your gut, so those things will really help as well. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, I hope you learned something, and I hope you will get over your colds faster. Let me know how you liked it, let me know if you learned something new, show me some support. I enjoy making these videos and they're for you, so reach out to me, drop a comment, a like, share this video if you think it's good. And as always, enjoy your life, do cool shit and don't get sick too much, and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Peace out.